Earth is going to have to wait a little longer before Needham astronaut Suni Williams returns.
A spacecraft set to bring her and others back won't be able to launch no earlier than late March. Our NBC 10's Oscar Margain has new reaction from her hometown.
Suni Williams Day.
It's Suni Williams Day at Suni Williams Elementary in Needham. Kids and their parents are reminded of the 59-year-old astronaut still stuck in space.
She is coming back on February 4th.
That was the hope, but Suni's return date is now up in the air. NASA recently announced a new target of late March, saying the change gives NASA and SpaceX teams time to complete processing on a new Dragon spacecraft for the mission.
That's a lot of days to be up in space.
What was meant to be a week-long test flight has turned into a months-long saga in space, with what will now be 10 months for Suni.
I can't think of one that went from 2 weeks to over a year. I think, there was always that possibility that they may end up extending their mission.
I want to give you an idea of the scale of the International Space Station. With its solar wings, it's as long as an entire football field. But the living space is much smaller. There's 6 sleeping quarters, 2 bathrooms, 1 gym, and a 360-degree view bay window.
So this is the space toilet.
Springfield Museums has replicas of the sleeping quarters and toilets.
It's much harder when it's not planned for, but I can't imagine that there's an astronaut that isn't thrilled to be out in space.
Although tight, Science Director Jenny Powers says these astronauts have trained to spend long periods of time in the ISS.
Knowing what you're doing for humanity sustains you through those trying times.
I know she's professional and she can deal with this, and she's a strong woman.
It's that faith in Suni from those back on Earth that makes living in space more bearable for astronauts, especially during the holidays.
I hope that she will be at home safely soon.
We miss you. Happy holidays.
Now, if you're keeping count, Suni has been floating in space for 196 days, her longest single space flight. Reporting in Needham, Oscar Margain, NBC 10 Boston.